up until the 10 o'clock hour. But don't worry, my voice is going to be serenading you, as well as the fact that we have an audiovisual radio consciousness that we are putting out there in the form of an international, global, even local television. So we are serving everybody across social media platforms. I'm talking about YouTube and Facebook, precisely at Eagles FM Abuja, right? And then you can spread the Eagles wings and the love across every other social media platform as you know it. I'm talking about X, formerly Twitter. I'm talking about Instagram. I'm talking about TikTok, right? Yes, get on there at Eagles FM Abuja, and you would see us rising and shining, and together, of course, soaring. Now, this is a Way Back Wednesday. That's right. It's a Way Back Wednesday where we give you some throwback or way back songs, but not in terms of information, right? The information will keep you up to date, up to speed. That's what we do. But yeah, in terms of the songs, especially the songs, we take you way, way back, and we bring you back, into the present with some very lovely, lovely programming. Well, I know that quite a number of you have lost, are beginning to lose faith and trust in the banking sector, but guess what? I should let you in on the fact that today is a memorable day, especially for the bankers right there. Bankers, are you with me? All right, yes. All right, now you're with me right there. And today, which happens to be December the 4th of 2024, is International Day of Banks. Right? Somebody said, yay, International Day of Banks, right? Now, the 19th of December, though, 2019, yeah, we told you that it's going to be a way back, something, right? So on the 19th of December of 2019, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution 74245, which designated 4th of December as the International Day of Banks. And this is in recognition of the significant potential of multilateral development banks and other international development banks, in financing sustainable development and providing know-how, and also in recognition of the vital role of the banking systems in member states in contributing to the improvement of the standard of living, right? So yeah, that is something about the International Day of Banks that you should know. 4th of December it is, right? Okay, so that being said, you already know that now. I wouldn't want to delve into that already, but if you know a banker, shake the hands of that banker and say, well done, we are celebrating you today. In fact, if he is somebody or she is somebody that you know, you can give them a warm hug, right? And they'll be like, what is the occasion? You say, well, I'm celebrating you because it's International Day of Banks. You heard it from me, all right? Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, we give you updates and allow you to be present and very, very present. We'll link you up with the past as well, and of course bring you to the present as we work towards achieving a brighter future. Well, that being said, though, I should greet you in the way that I know how. I would say inakwana ekaron ndewo. That will be your tutuama, right? Okay. And I would say agife. I would say olodudu. In my dialect, I would say in Amesiere. I was going to go in Nakwana again, but don't worry, taking it to Amesiere. And if she was here, well, in absentia, right? If they would say, Emamure Okeo. Yeah. I like the vibe in that greeting, yeah? But then finally in the language that you and I totally can relate with, and that would be Una. Good morning. Welcome to Eagles Morning Rises Breakfast Show. My name is Uduak Daniel, and I'm taking it from now up until the 8 o'clock mark with the pages, the newspaper review segment of the breakfast show. And then, of course, the sports minister on radio, Vicky Vic, is going to be here to take you on sports on Eagles Wings. And at 9 o'clock, I'll be right back here because Serap, they've got something that they are looking into, and because we are Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, taking into cognizance the fact that the EFCC also has an Eagle's eye, right? So we will be using that eye to X-ray some of the findings or uncovering that Serap has made or has done and dissected. I mean, we've been been hearing about, certain monies that have been laundered, certain monies that have been hidden somewhere, certain monies that have not been put into use, just like that, sometimes disappearing, sometimes reappearing, sometimes not used for the purpose, sometimes embezzled. I mean, we will bring that, to a closure, as we go talking about these issues at 9 a.m. So you best want to keep your ears glued to Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. We give you an audio-visual radio experience that you can count on anytime, any day. Well, I also discovered that there is a Nigerian teacher who is somewhat trying to commit suicide, right? He attempted suicide over, an accidental punishment on his pupil, and the thing affected the eye of the pupil, and he tried to commit suicide and all of that. But well, I don't know how far with that story though, but it seems as though he was rescued in the process of doing that. But let me just let you in on certain things that you ought to know. But before I do that, let me say a big thank you to you, right? And if you're that one person who's been an ardent listener of this to this platform, thank you far too kind. You deserve this. That's right. That will be in the spirit of the, Yuletide season. A lot of bells, jingle, jingle. All, yeah, you know that. Right. So, yes, that's what it is. And wherever you may be listening to the sound of my voice at this point in time, driving in a car, you're a commercial bus driver or a taxi driver, and you love this dial, well done. Okay, so you're a market woman, somebody who goes to work very early, or you're an early bird, or you're just one person who is self-employed and everything, and every time you rely and depend on us to, wake you up as well as give you updates as you prep for your daily activity, well, you deserve this too as well. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, I should let you in to the fact that somewhere in Ekiti State, right, Ekiti State Police Command has confirmed that human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi is in its custody. Now, the command spokesman, Mr. Sunday Abutu, made this known in a statement in Ado Ekiti, the state capital, last night. Now, there have been concerns over the whereabouts of the human rights lawyer who was reportedly arrested yesterday morning. But yeah, lost but found. Right, he's found. Is in the custody of the Ekiti State Police Command right there. Right, well, let's go see this one where the Senate on Tuesday passed the 2025-2027 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and Fiscal Strategy per FSP. Now, they also approved the expenditure framework with a total spending of 47.9 trillion naira for 2014 and a new borrowing plan of 9.22 trillion naira, which constitutes both domestic and foreign borrowings. All right. Now, the House of Representatives witnessed a rowdy session Tuesday. Why? And that's following a passing remark, a member. Now, Akin Rotimi of Ekiti APC, Ekiti APC actually, made in support of the contentious tax reform bills. Rotimi, who is the spokesman of the House, incurred the wrath of his colleagues when he made a passing remark declaring support for the contentious tax reforms bill when he was called to present a report to the House. Okay. A passing remark brought the House to a state of brouhaha. Now, a gunman suspected to be kidnappers have killed a clergyman. Apostle Ranti Ige Daniel of the Royal Assembly Sanctuary in Lagos at Isonlu community in Yagba East local government area of Kogi State. Now, the Lagos-based clergyman, said to be from Mokpa, was abducted with 3 others on Thursday between Idofing and Makutu Road, a few kilometers to Isonlu, the headquarters of the local government. Oh, this is not so nice. Now, a Nigerian pastor whose church was shut down over an alleged 1.87 million euros. No, that's not euros now. That would be pounds, I beg your pardon. 1.87 million pounds fraud has lost this fight against deportation, despite claiming it would breach its human rights. Now, an immigration tribunal has ruled that Toby Adeboyega, 44, the cousin of John Boyega, the Star Wars actor, should be deported back to his native Nigeria after investigators investigations exposed misuse of funds by his church. Now, the Naira on Tuesday appreciated to 1,725 Naira to a dollar in the parallel market, from 1,730 Naira to a dollar on Monday. However, the Naira was stable at 1,672 Naira to a dollar in Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Markets, NAFEM. All right? Okay. I know that's your expression too, right? All right. Okay. But I should take you into the fact that court papers filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, that is EFCC, have linked the immediate past governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, to the massive Abuja property with 753 duplexes and other apartments located in the cadastral zone area of the Nigerian capital city. Well, you recall that yesterday that was like one of the big stories on the front pages of Nigerian newspapers, and the EFCC at the time had said, well, we are not announcing, we're not telling you who this official is, this top government official, we're not telling you, probably because they're still running investigations and investigations are still ongoing, and maybe they feel that if they mention the name of that person or that individual, that it will hamper, I'm using the usual rhetorics now, it will hamper further investigations into some other, crimes committed by such an individual. But, well, court papers have now shown that, it does seem as though it is the immediate past governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Well, we'll see how that story goes, and we'll bring it to you, as it breaks, as we know we get more information on that one. But we should let you in on the fact that deposit money banks, DMBs, in the Federal Capital Territory have increased their maximum over-the-counter withdrawal limits to 50,000 naira per day. Now, a survey conducted on Tuesday revealed that banks, including Guarantee Trust Bank, of course, we should say, and Zenith Bank, have increased the withdrawal limit, enhancing it from 5,000 naira that was allowed to customers last month. Well, the Edo State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal will, on Monday in Benin, the state capital, commence sitting pre-hearing on the petitions challenging the declaration of Monday Okpebolo as the winner of the September 21, 2024 poll. Now, the secretary of the tribunal, Moazu Bagudu, disclosed this just yesterday in Benin. We should also bring it to your eardrums as well as to your, audiovisual consciousness, the fact that the Federal Capital Territory FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration will stop hunger and fight insecurity in the country. He urged Nigerians, he urged you and I, especially Abuja residents, to be patient with Mr. President, assuring them that things would get better soon. So be patient, Abuja residents, Abujites, be patient, right? Because things will get better soon. And that's what Nyesom Wike is saying, holding strong solidarity with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu right there. Well, I should also let you in on the fact that on the tax bills, Tech Fund, Naseni, others to lose special privileges, student loan funds gains, right? So the tax reform bills in the National Assembly are proposing some radical measures that could affect the funding of tertiary institutions in Nigeria. A review of the bills by, one of this particular newspaper, is showing that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is pushing for the passage of the bills as part of efforts to reform the country's tax law. However, the proposed legislations face stiff opposition both within and outside the National Assembly, particularly from the northern parts of the country. All right. We should let you in on the fact that the Nigerian government has explained that it is yet to take action on 60 private jets that operate in the country without payment of import duties amounting to several billions due to various court cases. So the Nigerian Customs Service spokesperson Abdullahi Maiwaida disclosed this on Tuesday while filing questions on the verification exercise for private jet owners. Okay, and I should bring this to you though. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, while reacting to public outrage surrounding their failure to reveal the owner of the forfeited 753 duplexes and other apartments in Lokogoma district of Abuja. I've also come out, to announced the record-breaking recovery and claimed it belonged to a former government official. Okay, that's what they said right there. Well, however, in a statement signed by its spokesperson, Dele Oyewale, on Tuesday, EFCC gave reasons for the non-disclosure. According to the EFCC right there, it is important to note that the substantive criminal investigation on the matter still continues. See, I told you. It will be unprofessional of the EFCC to go to town by mentioning names of individuals whose identities were not directly linked to any title document of the property. So the EFCC is unwavering in its no sacred cow approach to every matter, and together we will make Nigeria greater. And that's what the statement reads in part. Man, I can go on and on and on and on and on and on. But yeah, let's just also let you in on this one before we now jump into the front pages. South Africa has relaxed visa rules for Nigerian investors and tourists. All right, so Cyril Ramaphosa, president of South Africa, has announced a new visa policy for Nigerians, saying investors and tourists could apply for a visa without submitting passport. Is that a yay? I don't know yet. Now, the South African president, revealed this, that was just yesterday at the opening of the 11th session of Nigeria-South Africa Binational Commission, BNC, in Cape Town, which President Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended. According to him, though, South Africa has simplified its visa processes to facilitate travel for Nigerian businesses and business people and tourists with measures such as 5-year multiple entry visas. Okay, I don't want to be taken taken over by that information. But let's just get onto the front page and see what it has in store for us. Remember that the phone lines, the studio lines, are very much available and open. 0907 353 0044 is that number you can call. The other number would be 0908 766 8888. And the WhatsApp portal number 09705 right? So whatever it is that you're saying, your input, which of course we appreciate in no small way, by the way, please keep it to just 2 minutes right there, or less, 2 minutes or less, right? If you can. I want you to can it, all right? So be able to keep it, very short and simple and go straight to the point. And if you're sending the voice notes right there via the WhatsApp portal, please do well to also engage, within the 1 minute 30 seconds or at most 1 minute 35 seconds mark. Yeah. And if you're sending a WhatsApp portal message right there, I'm talking about, writing in text, please ensure to keep it short and simple. All right. Let it not be you're writing a book, okay? But yeah, just go straight to the point, hit the nail on its head, and we can flow from there. All right, now let's get to the Punch. I see the phone lines buzzing already, but this is not. Let's just try to take the front pages already. Now, the Punch newspaper, the big story for today would be tax reform. I already knew that this conversation will still continue. Remember, we had the conversation with our guest, Mr. Adefolari Olamilekan, yesterday, and it's still continuing on the front page of Nigerian newspapers, and this one, of course, the Punch newspaper. Tax reform. Tinubu orders review as protest persists in National Assembly. Page 2, you would find that story. It's got one rider to it, though. Rowdy session in House. Pro-Tinubu Northern Youth protest at National Assembly. Arawa Group rejects bill. Right? Let's go to page 2 again. It's looking very popular now. NLC slams Nwifuru as Akwa Ibom joins strike. Kaduna withdraws. All right? That's for page 2. Page 34, air passengers lost 19,274 luggage in 6 months, and that's coming from the federal government. To the base now, you would find this one right here. Ekiti CP defends Farotimi's arrest in Lagos, alleges cyberbullying and defamation, right? Page 8 carries that story. Now to page 24, it says reps order suspension of CBN mass retirement, 50 billion naira payoff, all right. Just to the side of the Punch newspaper now, import duty, court cases, halt grounding of 60 private jets. Court cases, halt grounding of 60 private jets, and that you should find on page 33. Just above the Punch newspaper banner now, Emefiele cronies acquired 753 duplex estates with foreign forex kickbacks. Oh, EFCC finally have come out to saying that. I thought they said we are not going to mention names. Oh, okay. Maybe they meant they meant the other cronies, those who worked hand in hand with the former CBN governor Godwin Emefiele. Okay, so I get that now. So page 12 is carrying that story now, and to yet another page 12 looking popular. 80 billion naira fraud. Court orders former AMCON MD's arrest. Away from the Punch newspaper now, let's swing and fly and soar to the Guardian newspaper. With the Guardian newspaper now, the big story, compressed natural gas scheme. Infrastructure deficit slows CNG adoption amid $450 million investment. Okay, that is huge. Well, I see a CNG big tank with a ladder that you can climb up to it. I see it right there, and it sees me too, I'm sure. Right. Now, that story should be found on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Away from page 6 now, let's go to page 3. Federal pulley with 142 students, 154 staff incur 638 million naira overhead costs. Page 3, I beg your pardon, saying that one now. To yet another page 3, Senate approves MTEF, FSB, probes NNPCL over 8.4 trillion naira subsidy. Okay, now court orders ex-AMCON MD's arrest over alleged 76 billion naira fraud. Page 5, and to page 15, at 10 to 5, you get 15 for those of you who are trying to put it all together. Sell 51% stake in refineries to IOCs. Pengerson advises government. Page 15, you'd find that one. Tax reform bills. Chaos in reps. Gumi Kuka back proposal as Pantami others kick. Page 6 carries the story now. Let's go to page 5 here. Again, owners of Abuja duplexes unknown, says EFCC. All right, they are not known, but they are the owners of Abuja duplexes there. And to page 8, this being the story that is carrying every other story on the front page of the Guardian newspaper now. Shallow graves discovered as security dislodge IPOB ESN camps in Imo. Shallow graves, not grave, shallow graves discovered as security dislodge IPOB ESN camps in Imo, right? You would find that on page 8. And with that, we say bye-bye to the Guardian newspaper and say welcome aboard to Daily Trust newspaper. In case you're asking yourself within yourself questions such as, which station is this? This is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and this is the Pages. You like to call it the newspaper review segment of the breakfast show, Eagles Morning Rise. Well, we are with the Daily Trust newspaper now this morning, and I'm seeing on page 5 now, South Africa unveils 5-year visa for Nigerians, drops passport requirements. Okay, and that should be as a result of the function that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after his invite to France by President Emmanuel Macron, attended in South Africa. Right there, it's called the BNC, right? Okay, that's some gains, don't you think? Well, let's go to this one here, page 4 now. Senate investigates 8.4 trillion naira withheld by NNPCL. 3.6 trillion naira unremitted taxes withheld by NNPCL, and then 3.6 trillion naira unremitted taxes. Okay, this one here now, I believe it's on page 8 as well. Sultan can ask federal government to punish terror sponsors. It's about that time, right? Don't you think? Sultan can, that's the Christian Association of Nigeria now, asking the federal government to punish terror sponsors. All right, and now let's go see the big story. Tax reform. Northern senators demand suspension of action on bills. It's got 2 writers to it now. Rep silence spokesman over supports for legislation. And the second rider, Tinubu directs Justice Ministry to work with National Assembly on proposals. It is the big story, and that big story you'd find on page 4 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Let's go to page 37 now. Reps probe planned retirement of 1,000 CBN staff. 50 billion naira payoff. Okay, to the base of the Daily Trust newspaper now, and starting with page 8, very, very popular now. Polytechnic with 142 students spent 600 million naira on personnel overhead. To page 27, gunman kill pastor on way to burial. Very sad note story right there. Okay, I just wish, pray, soul rest in peace. Right there. But when do we ever stop to hear stuff like this? I don't know. But, well, let's just hope that with Oluyede, who was formerly the acting Chief of Army Staff, who's now the substantive, Chief of Army Staff, coming in as the Chief of Army Staff substantive, will do the needful and begin to reduce the numbers of these terror attacks, because you would not call this just an attack. It's a terror attack, even though it's been given quite a number of names. Gunmen, unidentified, faceless, the Boko Harams, the unknown persons, quite a number of names. But it's still a terror attack. Let's see this one now. ACF may lift suspension on NEC chairman Maman Osuman today. Okay, so that would be on page 19. So we say bye-bye to Daily Trust newspaper as we soar to the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The big story, tax reform bills. Tinubu directs Justice Ministry, National Assembly to work on concerns. Pages 3 and 4 is carrying the stories. Got a couple of writers though. Let's just take this one. Bills will end financial recklessness of elite. Kuka is saying that. Gumi backs reforms. Northern governors will withdraw agitation if. Who's saying that? Nasarawa governor is saying that. Obi calls for transparency. Citizens impute it will negatively impact the North CNG, right? Taxes not tool for economic growth. Senate Finance Committee chairman and rowdy session in House. Northern Group storms National Assembly, backs bills. Northern Groups, they storm National Assembly and they are backing the bill, and yet we saw the NCF only yesterday and quite a number of persons and their spokesman Zulum saying that no, we don't want this. This will impoverish us, and this is it has an undertone to the bills, and it's targeted at the northern region. Alrighty, well, let's see how that saga go. Pages 3 and 4 is carrying that story now, but let me take you to page 26. Reps to probe incessant boat mishaps on Nigerian waterways. All right, Edo election tribunal begins pre-hearing Monday. All right, page 3. And to page 6, 2.2 billion naira Eurobond issuance will boost FX inflows, firm up naira. All right, in case you don't know what FX is, foreign exchange, inflows, and it will firm up the naira. That's what experts are saying right there. And this one is going to be the last with the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. South Africa relaxes visa rules for Nigerians, and you would find that story on page 10 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Just above the Nigerian Tribune newspaper banner now, at the top, the apex, the apogee, the height of it, the zenith of it. Tinubu on mission to transform Abuja satellite towns to cities. And who is saying that? The FCT minister, Nyesom Wike. Right. Little wonder he says, Abujites or Abujans, Nigerians, have patience. Patience, just a little bit more patience with the president. And you would find some of these reforms working even in satellite towns. They'll be transformed to cities and towns. All right, but let's go see that one. It will be on page 10. And Sanwo-Olu signs Lagos electricity bill into law, page 3. And page 6, Port Harcourt refinery is working. Pengerson is saying that, and this is contrary to popular beliefs, where they said, the Port Harcourt refinery that just started now has broken down again, is shut down. And Pengerson is saying, no, disbelieve, disregard all of that. it is working and is functional, right? But there might just be some munu. Munu means some little bit of hitches right here and there. But yeah, it's a work in progress, but it is functional. That's what Pengason is saying right there. All right, so that is that for the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. The Nation newspaper is the last one that will be taken this morning, right? And for the Nation newspaper now, Disco's get January 1 deadline to end meter upgrade, page 25, carrying the story, and that's just above the Nation newspaper banner now. And to page 6, airline crashes 1 hour flight fare to 80,000 naira. That's what it is. Okay, let's go see this one on page 28. Sanwo-Olu signs electricity bill, pledges transformation. Lieutenant General Oluyede gets nod as substantive COAS. Chief of Army Staff, that is. Page 3. Let's see this one right here, written in red. Okay. Senate passes 2025-2027 MTF FSP. And page 3, you would find that one. And page 3 as well, very popular now. Bagudu urges councils to deepen IGR. Nobody has claimed ownership of 753 duplexes. One writer to that one now. What EFCC filed in court. So that's what EFCC had filed in court. Little wonder we now know that it has some connection to the former governor of Central Bank, Godwin Emefiele. All right, so continued on page 4, that story. It begins on the front page of the Nation newspaper. Tinubu Ramaphosa to deepen Nigeria-South Africa partnership. That's something nice, don't you think? And to this one here, Man, KUKA, okay, tax reform. Senate widens consultation. Man, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, KUKA, who happens to be one of the reputable ministers and men of God, religious leaders in Nigeria, especially the northern region right there. They are okay in tax reform. Senate widens consultation. It's got two writers to it now. AGF, MDAs to work with lawmakers. Of course, that's directed by Mr. President there. And the second writer, Stormy Session in House of Reps. That story begins on the front page. It's continued on page 4. Very popular now. And this is going to be the last one that I'll be bringing to you via the Nation newspaper front page. Fire causes havoc in Kwara, Yobe, Taraba, Delta. That's really unacceptable. But yeah, that is what it is on the front page, but at the base of the Nation newspaper. And the last one I'm bringing to you now, INEC office raised. Oh, that's the writer to it, and that story you would find on page 28 of the Nation newspaper. That being said, let's see how we can just very quickly go pay some bills. When we come back, of course, it's going to be you talking to me and letting me know your 2 cents on which of these headlines talks to you. Which of these headlines appeals to you? Which of these headlines you want to add your voice to in the most civil and responsible way? Don't go away.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Get the desired clients for your business and service and get your phones buzzing. From the 1st of September to the 31st of December, you can advertise and reach a large audience with the Eagles FM Ember Months package. Advertise on any of our platforms and get a whopping 30% discount. That's right, 30% discount. For more information, please call 080 5919 8658 080 5919 8658 or 081 57 91 91 7278. The Eagles FM 102.3 FM Ember package is a sure way to get in a wider clientele for your business and service.
Hey there, Abuja! Get ready for the ultimate end of year celebration. The Eagles Hangout happening on the 20th of December 2024, 3 p.m. live at Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. It's your chance to chill, mingle, and hang out with your favorite OAPs like never before. Tickets are available at just 3,000 naira for singles and 5,000 naira for couples. So grab your crew, your boo, or just come solo. It's going to be a vibe. For your tickets and partnership, call Mr. Taiwo info on 070-3443-6344. The number again, 070-3443-6344.
Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
It is still the pages right here on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And yes, it is one of the segments of the breakfast show. And time to get to hear from you already. Taking this call. Hello and good morning.
Hello, good morning, Sondrak.
Yes, good morning to you, please. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Abubakar.
Abubakar. Yes, Abubakar. Welcome aboard. Talk to us.
A long time. Yeah.
Yes. Been a while.
The headline that really took my attention here is I'm really disturbed with this tax reform issue.
Okay.
Actually, I've not really read the details of the tax reform, but I don't trust this government when it comes to taxing the masses. We should not forget. But yesterday you made mention of, I think, the VAT has been increased to another 15% or so. In a country that doesn't produce at all, you are increasing tax and putting the burden on manufacturers and the rest. And so many foreign companies in the country because of this excessive tax and the cost of production. We shouldn't forget also, even if you are coming in with a car from abroad, for example, 25% and you have to pay in dollar. All these things are discouraging. They are discouraging. And the burden that the tax is putting on the poor masses, for example, these are the people that most of Nigerians are not employed. As are being not employed, the government don't care how they make their money and the rest, and you are still taxing them. I will make my money, put it in the bank account, and before you know it, these people come and begin to put incessant tax charges on you. Now, CBN introducing 50 naira. If you want to withdraw just 2,000 naira now, you have to pay 200 naira, and the cash is not even there. What kind of the policy this man is putting on us, especially this tax policy? That's why most Nigerians are complaining over this tax issue. The burden is too much. It's worse than what bandits are doing to us in the north here. I'm telling you, the kind of money they extort from us now is just as if we are paying ransom. This is really disheartening. Actually, I did not try. No, I really respect Alamin and he's one of the people I respect in this family. I know he will counter this, but the truth also has to be told. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Far too kind. Appreciate that one right there from you. But for one time, let's just get on to yet another. Hello and good morning to you.
Good morning, Odua.
Yes, please. Good morning, Elder Anaja.
Elder Anaja, my regard to your family.
Thank you. You're calling from Cuba.
To Abubakar, the last speaker now.
Yeah.
And then Osanya and the other people, Salati.
Yes, where are you calling from?
My brother.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Cuba in Abuja here.
Lovely.
From Cuba in Abuja here.
Okay, very well.
Can't have tell the government the truth, and then the Muslim organizations too, Islamic organizations have said the government truth. Those people sponsored the people killing Nigeria, bring them out. They are not more than the blood where they are sharing the bush. Those people raping people's wives, killing people, taking people custody until you pay that money. They are in Nigeria here, and they are according to them, the part of them they are in the government. You don't bring them out, and then you are sending my soldier to go and die in the bush where they sponsor they are at home. I went to ask that 50 million, 100 million where they are paying in the bush. That money is it in the bush? Even those people where they are arrested that they are kidnappers, if you see them, we know they are not the owner of the money. The people that are in Nigeria here, are they more than the government? You are sending my army, sending my police to go and die for nothing, where the people, sponsor these people, they are around your government, bring them out and disgrace them, let them stop this thing. You refuse. And then you continue sending my soldiers, sending my police to go and die for nothing. Say, are you fair to us? All right, now, the tax reform, the money they are taxing us in the bank now, tax reform never come out. I don't know. When Nedeko came out to dissolve Babangida by that time, I don't know if Nedeko I thought they would behave in the government. Now, 10,000 naira from banks, they will tax you. You go to POS, 10,000 naira is 400 naira at Uber. 400 naira before it takes 10,000 naira. Now they have received the cash in the bank, they don't give it to POS. What type of government is this? This man is agents of the NEDECO in America to stop Babangida. Don't allow Babangida to sleep during the government. Now he's in the government. Look how he's dealing with Nigeria. What are we an offender? Which offense we commit? Listen to Nigeria and bring this thing down. We are dying. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Aldo Onaja right there says, I like the way Aldo Onaja is personalizing it, like saying, you're sending my soldiers. I mean, let's talk about the next soldier right there. Aldo Onaja, thank you. Far too kind. But let's go take this one here. Hello and good morning.
Hello, Yudi, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you, please.
My name is Abdul calling
Abdul. Welcome aboard, Abdul.
You see, Yudi, the issue of this money is getting too much. You go to POS to collect money is a problem. They will be charging you anyhow. The bank also will charge you. You cannot go to the bank and get money. I was asking one POS guy, it's even them themselves, they buy this money in the bank. Imagine, they will go to bank and buy money before they can even operate their POS. It's very bad. I don't know why the government is punishing us like this.
Understand.
And this thing is not affecting them, Yudi. It is only we, the common people, this thing are affecting. On the refinery issue, so God will help us. Because for me, if you want to ask me, Yudi, I think it's even better they should not even talk about that refinery until you start seeing the impact in the filling station. That is the price should come down. Because every day, refinery is working today, tomorrow, refinery is not working. It's not good. Then to the governors that cannot pay minimum wage, to me, it's a shame to them. How much is 70,000? Like they cannot pay their workers. One governor is saying that any staff that go to strike, they will replace them with another workers. Those ones that you are replacing, are you not going to pay them? It's a shame. All these governors, they should wake up and pay this money. Because that 70,000 cannot do anything in the market. I'm telling you the truth, you did. God bless Nigeria and God bless Eagle Express.
That's right.
Thank you very much. What about Mercy?
Oh, she's good. She's fine. She's good.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
For me, please.
all right. She's listening. Thank you. Far too kind. Right. Well, you already heard it. Conversation is still trending right here on this very platform. But let's see how we can very quickly get across social media platforms right there. Take your messages so that we don't run out of time, and so we allow for every other person to find inclusivity in the process. Well, going to the Facebook page wall now, comment session that is. This one coming from Ozo Francis Namani says, watching live from Amagunze in Enugu State. Right? Thank you, Ozo. Says, good morning, my distinguished analyst in the studio. Our National Assembly members should focus on those bills that will impact positively on the lives of Nigerians. What Nigerians need is nothing but good governance. May God help us, he says. Thank you, Azza, for that one. And now let's get to the WhatsApp portal. I see a couple of messages right here. Okay. Let me see. Well, somebody's asking a question, but I don't know. I don't get that information right now. What happened in Light Camp Police? Well, you didn't even give me your name, so... Okay, let's just get to this one here now. It's on, who is this? Okay. So, this one says, good morning. My name is Praise James Pabio from Apoduse. It says, EFCC wants Sheba Ampito. Okay. Okay, it'd be like, say, now Ludo they play. Okay, they can mention the estate in a rush but can't reveal the identity of the owner. What a fight against corruption anyways. I think it's time Serap dragged them to court and obtain an order ordering EFCC to put that information out to the public through the Public Information Act. I beg, let them stop all these play. We know they Bollywood. That's what he says. Well, thank you though, James. Praise Apabio for that one. Let's see. Okay. To this one now, it's coming from... Ibrahim, Yunusa Dantani Ibrahim, all the way from Abaji. Okay, Yunusa, I see that you've abbreviated your name now, YD Ibrahim. I like it. All right. It says, FCT Minister says we should be patient that everything will soon be normalized. Has he paid November salary to workers in the FCTA administration? Oh, some question there. He always sings in staff salary late, okay, which had been the major problem with FCT workers. As I speak to you, those who work under FCT minister are yet to receive their November salary, which is too bad. It should equally change to save people from hunger. Let him always sing workers' salary in time. Let him sing? Okay. I didn't even know he was a choir master now, but I think you're saying let him sing the praise or pay the workers on time. I get that. Well, Samuel from Kuje now is saying, standing on existing protocols now, please, I want to ask, what is the reason or reasons behind some people in the North rejecting the tax reform bill? Is there anything they know that we don't know? And if there is anything, they should let the cat out of the bag instead of this verbal attack in and outside the National Assembly, please. One individual owning 750 houses in this country, while a lot of Nigerians are sleeping on the bridges without shelter above their heads. This one, choke, okay? It says, I fear for my country, Nigeria. Patience, patience, and patience. That is what we keep hearing from the people in authority. Okay, but for how long will this patience be? They should know that the masses are running out of patience, so they should quickly prefer solutions. I rest my case, and it says, may God make it easy for us in this country in Jesus' name. Amen, he says. Well, okay, thank you so much, and thank you for the good wishes, Samuel, and I'm also saying the same for you too as well. All right, now let's get to this one. This one says, it's coming from Chinonso from Suleja, says, Mr. Wike, what else will you tell? I don't expect anything else apart from what you said, Mr. Praise Singer, he says. You are in the system, so protecting your principle is part of your job. All right, Chinonso, thank you. Baz, reporting from Duce, says, my take concerning the properties that was confiscated, I want to plead with this government not to make the mistake of selling this property to anyone. They should be given out to those judges, FCT minister, to the judges for which FCT minister wants to build houses for. Okay, I get that. Now let Wike return the money earmarked for the construction to other projects. Again, it can also be given to serving military personnel. That's the only way to safeguard those properties, or in an attempt to sell it, they will be looted. All right, that's the take of Abbas right there. And now to Comrade Ulobasi from Buhari, Abuja. Good morning, Obongoduak Daniel. God bless your day too, my brother. It says a situation where private jet owners are operating free in the nation's airspace while VIOs, FRC, NURTW have been extorting poor motorists on the highways is nothing but a high-level conspiracy by the rich and elite against the masses of this country. There can never be peace without equal rights and justice. It is out of this world for the CBN to pay a whopping sum of 50 billion naira as severance packages to few of its staff, while civil servants retirees are given a pittance to survive in this hard economy. May God save us from ourselves. Amen. All right, comrade, God save us from ourselves. I really endorse that, actually. But let's go to the let's go take your voice notes now and see how fast we can go with that. Keep in mind, this is Eagles 102.3 FM's breakfast show, and yes, this is where we look into the pages, the newspaper review segment of the breakfast show. Okay, so we go to this one, and we're starting off with this.
Good morning, Eagles FM. Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Daniel from Kurubu. Honestly, I want to applaud the EFCC. They have done a very wonderful job, and I also urge Nigeria to support the EFCC, to wipe out corruption, to wipe out corrupt leaders. But my worry is that there should be punishment for corruption. We are not seeing leaders being punished severely for what they are doing in this country. Corruption cases is being treated with a lot of mercy. I want to see leaders being punished for looting the wealth of this country. And I also want to congratulate the Northern governors. I'm hearing that most of them have made you talk to support this tax reform bill. I think it's a welcome development. In as much as some of us are not encouraged with the removal of fuel subsidy that has caused a lot of hardship, that has caused a lot of poverty in the land, I believe that this tax reform is a way to go. And listening to a lot of analysis, I'm being convinced that this tax reform is the best way to go. May God grant our leaders wisdom to lead us aright. Thank you very much, Eagles FM. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, some prayers there from Daniel. Let's go here for Alamin.
Good morning, my dear brother Yudi. This is Alami from Apple Legislative Quarters. I greet our callers and listeners of our radio station. Arewa Youth, Arewa Group rejects tax bill reform. At this juncture, Yudi, Nigerians need to stop modeling and stop lumping Northern Nigeria up. Just like in Southern Nigeria, there are 3 regions. You have the Southeast, the Southwest, and the South-South. It's also how we are in Northern Nigeria. We have the Northeast, the Northwest, and the North Central. And to the best of my knowledge, in fact, the region where I come from, the North Central, is 100% in support of the bill. The governor of Nasarawa State, in his interview 2 days ago on channels during the town hall meeting over the sensitization of the tax bill law, said that the governors are not against the bill. And he alluded to it, and I'm quoting him verbatim, that since President Tinubu came to office, he has not borrowed 1 kobo to run his state because of the increase in allocation that is coming to the state. So it is not Arewa. It is just few people from Borno State. And Borno is not speaking for the whole Northern Nigeria. Thank you so much.
All right, that's all I mean right there. Let's go see yet another. Let's see Selassie. Selassie is going to be up next now.
Good morning to Uber Daniel, the man with the golden voice. My name is Selassie, sending this voice from Kirki. Elder Onoja, I greet you. I want to start by talking about the insecurity. The Khan and the Sultan say they should mention the people and they should get them arrested. The killings is too much. The killing is too much. And I want to talk about the arrest of this Pharaoh to me. Say, yeah, I don't support bullying. He used social media and they trace him and they get him arrested. How about the Bello Turji? How about the other criminal that we see them on social media every day? You don't know where they are, but somebody come out and speak on social media, you get him arrested. Does it mean those people are quite different with the other people, the terrorists that we see on TikTok and on social media? You just take a look. Then come to the issue of this tax regime. You can see Kuka and Gumi are in support of all this. I expect the bad hellers to call and abuse them because they don't have respect. You hear them calling radio and insulting people because simply you are supporting one government or the other. Now I expect the bad hellers to call and insult Matthew Kuka and the Gumi. Look at Pantami, even reject that. Look at MFLA. During the time of, remember the former accountant general, he stole 109 billion, they collected only 30 billion. Look at all this thing. Look at the Nigerian air, all in APC government.
All right, Selassie there. Some fire. Okay, but let's go see this one now. It's going to be the last.
Mr. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Honorable Edward. About the tax from B, I want to tell you clearly that I think our problem is the trust that we have on our leaders. This is giving us problem. But they have done a lot of things before that made us not to trust Nigerians, not to trust them again. Otherwise, you are talking about this tax from B. I'm telling you, the other part of it is good. It's a very good development. Then why are the National Assembly rushing? Bring this bill has 370 something copies. So why can't you look at it page by page? Why are you in the rush to pass this bill? We need to know if this bill will affect me from Benue State. We will look into it. In any development country, there is also always disagreement and agreement. That is the interest, or that is the national interest of that country. So let's disagree, to come to conclusion. Why are you rushing? Send this bill to public hearing so that we can, all of us can contribute, look at it page by page, and take decision about it. Mr. President of the Senate should stop passing any bill that comes from the executive like that. Any assembly that does that, is something is wrong with the assembly. Thank you, God bless.
All right, thank you, Honorable Edwards, for that one, though. Appreciate you. All right, so this is where we are going to be pulling the plugs for the pages. I mean, time is already fast spent. But yeah, you already know that Vicky Vic will be here in a short bit to take you on sports on Eagles Wings. And keep in mind that at 9 a.m., I'll be right back, and we will have that discourse. It is Eagles Morning Rise's breakfast show, and we call it the Eagles Morning Rise in itself. All right? Please don't go away.